Hello everyone and welcome back to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Turns out the guy with the giant hairdo might not be a hero. How often that is the case. Anyone else notice that? Just me, alright.
Well, this is it. Today's the day it all goes down. And then there was yesterday.
Did I say the same thing? No, it's... How we're doing this, yeah. Meeting's over. Sorry, buddy. Just give us 5 more minutes. No can do. Piano boy. Shouldn't make any sense. Did he call me piano boy? Yeah, I said get out of here. No, he's calling Maki piano boy. A lot of pianos in this game. Anyone else notice that? Nah.
I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. Oh my god! What was that?
He is heard but unseen.
Who's that talking? Why was there a gunshot? Oh my god!
Valen Grammary, what are you doing here? I exclaimed as he walked through the door quite normally, actually.
You aren't the witness today, are you, Uncle Valen?
A preposterous proposition. How could I stand to stand upon the stand? Oh, brother. Was this me? Why, my secrets will be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. No. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day.
Oh, well, with a vanishing magic?
Indeed, Trucy doll. I will jump upon an express train and express myself to the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning.
A word of what? Why is that?
A grand grammary, glamour, resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth. A glamour? A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion, if you will. Miss Trucy, though it pains me to part so, I need to get in line for a ticket. Next train over. Farewell. I must be leaving.
That was really awkward.
I get... Dude, the door opened. I thought that was a gunshot. That's on me, bro. That's crazy.
There he goes.
Sure seemed happy about that illusion thing.
Well, big illusions are bread and butter for a magician. You can't pull off a show without one. The big illusion's always a spectacle to remember. It usually involves cutting up things like people or elephants, or the Eiffel Tower. Anything will do, really.
Anything, she says.
So he was talking about what he saw at the concert. Lemmure's disappearing act. Prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar. I wonder what he meant by the root of all that has happened. Glamour.
Well, it's about time. Shall we go? Well, it's obviously a giant excuse me, sir.
Huh?
The schedule starting time for the trial has been changed, I'm afraid. The trials will not be commencing until 10:30. Sorry for the inconvenience.
What's with the stalling? That's a first.
It's by the judge's request, some urgent personal business.
Great, I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas.
Apparently he's visiting the hospital again.
Hospital?
It was mentioned the Chief Justice's son's unwell. Apparently his condition's worsened considerably.
Oh. Chief Justice, right.
Well, that's right. Remember yesterday morning he was talking about it.
There's an article about it in the newspaper.
You care to read about it yourself?
I think I might.
Incuritis.
Now where have I heard that?
Why don't you read the article for us, Apollo? Okay, I might as well.
Death strikes closer to home than ever before. Okay, that's pretty much all there was to it.
Just leave the TV guide page to me. Gimme.
Try to lose the page with the funnies if you can. I need that. That's very important. Okay, stalling over. Back to the case. And this time I feel like we're ready for the offense. Apologies for the delay. Court's in session. For... who are you again?
Maki Tobaye, our suspect. Fortissimo.
Alright, yeah, I see you. It's his trial in any case.
Defense is prepared, Your Honor.
Prosecution is ready to rock. Okay.
Is something wrong, Your Honor?
No, well, yeah, I guess. It's just I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were kids, and students, actually. It pains me to see him going through all that stress at such a difficult time.
Enteritis, was it? The article said so. No one knows the cure.
Here, Judge, let me say with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now's the time for law. Yeah, you're right. We left out of quite the juncture yesterday. In case you forgot, you didn't forget, did you? Well, he's an Interpol agent, he's got a bunch of numbers, blah, 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 you get it. Yeah, something about, Miss Darion getting, accused by Lamier. I remember. Quite a sensational ending. Who would have thought Darion would guest star in the season's cliffhanger? As a suspect. I asked the prosecution to look into the matter. Please tell the court your findings. Darion Crescen's a member of my band, the Gaviners. He's also a detective making the current charges serious indeed. Yet after investigating, I found no cause to alter our case or file new charges.
And your reasoning being?
Oh, weren't you aware? He has an impeccable alibi.
Yeah, I knew it.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets. The first was me and the boys. Gaviners ripped up the stage, as usual. For the second, our guests took center stage. The only performers appearing were myself, Lamior, and Maki, along with a drummer and bassist for a total of 5. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the 3rd set. Lamior and the defendant, Maki Tobaye, had left the stage at that point, and the Gaviners were already rocking.
Right. Then if we want to, it's gotta be goddamn Crescent, So how can we prove he wasn't actually playing with so many eyewitnesses? Could it actually be the cardboard cutout after all?
Dude, this is when 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Skye, mind you.
And Apollo, you heard him too, right?
Sure did. Furthermore, Lamier herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime, when she claims to have heard Mr. Leitaus and Detective Crescent talking. Well, that's impossible. Detective Crescent was, precisely. Crescent was on stage getting his groove on, no less. Voila. A perfect alibi. Does the defense got anything to add?
It's true, when I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. But can we confirm that?
I don't know, that's our only hope that we can't.
There's something here that doesn't quite add up.
Okay, it appears the defense got no objections. Well, you can safely say Darion Crescent's alibi's been acknowledged. Seems that Lamier was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true. Yeah, I guess. If we disregard her testimony, well, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict, now do we? If indeed there were no objections...
Apollo, Earth to Apollo, if he declares a verdict, Mr. Hack can help us! Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Lamier might have been lying to protect Maki. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait, what about yesterday in the detention center?
About the egg? Or the silk? About the case? He wasn't talking about the... Was he talking about the criminal case or the actual case of the... Oh, dump! Something in the case. And he cut us off right there.
Dude, Maki was trying to tell us something, I know it. And the best thing to do is ask him under oath.
Merriwell, the court finds the defendant. What was the name again? Oh, God.
Your Honor!
No, that's not his name. It was something like Marquise or Mr. Justice? No.
Before you declare a verdict, I'd like to call another witness.
Exactly where else do you need to hear from?
A witness who until now has not been given a chance to speak to the court. Because he doesn't speak English.
Oh, you don't mean...
I do. The defense calls defendant Maki Tobaye to the stand.
But who is that? Regardless, if we don't speak English, what's going to be doing up here?
We'll use an interpreter.
I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere for one of those. I only speak a few phrases, such as, I love you, and where is the toilet?
No. The defense like to request Lamior as an interpreter.
Well, there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. I think you could agree with that.
But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie?
Well, I don't know, man. This is most unusual.
Bravo, Hair Forehead. Hair Judge, the prosecution agrees to the defense's request. If Lamior lies, I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that.
Okay, good, good. Yes, keep her in line. Perfect. Well, both prosecution and defense are for this. Well, what I gotta say in it? I see little case for refusal.
Finally, some progress.
Bailiff, get her in here again. She's really hogging the spot. Look at that. She's here again. Well, how about that? You know?
I suppose there's a first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with? If you would, Lamior. Yes.
I'm not.
He says Makitobaye.
Okay, well, she is good. Shoo. I didn't know that. I didn't know his name. She knew it. Shoo. This is certainly a first for the court. Now that we really need an interpreter of that message in particular.
So far, so good.
Well, Justice, if you would. Wait, what do I gotta do with this? Excuse me? What? You called the defendant. You gotta cross-examine, son.
Oh, yeah. It's like my only job. How'd I forget? Hadn't thought that far yet. Apollo, what are you gonna ask? Ask him what he was gonna tell us yesterday. Let's start there. How can I, if I don't know what he was saying? Excuse me a moment, if I might speak.
Is that allowed? Hold on, is that allowed? Shit, okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Just now Maki said there is something about which he wishes to testify. Okay, that's good, right?
What sort of testimony is he talking about?
One moment. The suspense is killing me. God, that voice sounds like it's killing him. What? Huh? Yeah, you don't say.
Well, come on now, spit it out. What?
According to Maki, he has proof of his innocence.
Well, ain't that convenient? Okay. Oh my God, look at his little shoes.
This is a surprise. Victory, Apollo! We did it! This is sounding too good to be true. I know what that really usually means. Oh, crud.
Well, that's true. This is vital testimony. Well, come on, Maki. Out with it what I want, you know.
Very well. I mean, we're gonna have to disprove this? If we don't, you know, Gavin will, and that'll make it look even worse. He says that word of Mr. Leitau's death came to him as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, that is, he, could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English? Okay. Said that a minute ago. He does not understand them. All right, that is a decent defense. That's not that bad. That's really not that bad. I think the problem now is that we have to find out why it's so bad. Ooh.
He wouldn't have understood the original lyric to the song. That prevent him from following them closely. Okay.
I wonder what he meant by proof. Why, he'd only have to ask Lamior to know the meaning of the song. That's easy. They can both speak. Oh, crud. Lamior, did you ever explain the lyrics to him? I did tell him generally what the song was about, but never in so much detail. And he never asked. Has my oft-repeated warning already fled that forehead? Lamior might be protecting the witness. Yeah. Dang it.
Well, anyway, let us proceed with the examination. Justice, you'd be so kind.
Yes, Your Honor? Something hid in that testimony, I know it. I just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where this is so dope. Oh, magic bracelet, I still don't know the origins of. Please save the day. For some reason, it's a lot. I don't know. I guess Mystic Maya felt cooler because it's a person. This is a thing. It just feels like, you know,
Like if he had a magic computer that just did it for him. You know, it's autonomous, you know?
Worked yesterday, it'll work today. 'Cause it's an inanimate object. All right.
I'm nitpicking. I still like this case. Like, it's not bad. Not bad at all. It says that word of Litao's death came to him as a great shock. When would he have heard it? Oh, yeah. Well, no, really, when would he have heard it? Just genuinely asking. We can't... Oh, we can press. We can still press. Okay. I'm just curious about that.
Were Maki and Mr. Litaos close? Yes. After we traveled around the world together.
Mamior, this is Maki's cross-examination, not yours.
But I know the answer.
This is a court of law. We'll play by the book here.
Oh, I understand. Prosecutor Gavin's tough. He's real tough, huh?
Okay. I mean, you know, it's just, we're looking for the truth here. We have to play by the rules. Right, Gavin?
Maki says that he was very good friends with Mr. Litaos. Mr. Litaos was always a gentleman, never angry. He got along quite well. I never dreamed something like this would happen.
Okay, that just sounds genuine. The killing truly followed the lyrics of my song. Well, aren't you claiming ownership, little man? You wrote the song, you don't even know.
The guitar serenade? Yes, the crime followed the lyrics of the song. The theft of the keyring, the burning guitar, and the bullet. This is why it could not have been me.
Why is that? Huh? The killing truly followed the lyrics. But it did follow the lyrics, no? Well, let's read them again. Sugar, sugar. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it does, dude. Let's perceive a little bit there. Why not? I might be onto something here. Might not be. Oh, his eyes. We can see them with this vision. Lyrics of my song. No, it's not that. Does your Xenoblade core crystal glimmer when you say the wrong thing? We're pretty much centered on, you know, his design isn't really overly complex. He's just looking forward, so I don't think that's it. Okay, that'll make things easy then. It's also only 4 statements. That is, he could not have done it. He could not. Okay.
But could not have done it.
By that, what do you mean?
It is very simple. Maki could not have done all the things that happened that day. For all those things followed the song lyrics closely.
And that would implicate him. Right? Is that what you're going for? Says that. Okay, no. Next page. Sometimes I forget. There's a lot going on here, son of a gun. Okay. He says because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. Okay. But that could have been interpreted. Wouldn't it be difficult for him to perform without knowing the meaning of the lyrics? No, he's a pianist. That is irrelevant, Apollo.
He did not know what the song was about. Its mood, shall we say. This was enough to play by. I told him it was a song about a guitar in love.
It's not actually the guitar that's in love, strictly speaking. Oh my god, nobody cares, Clavier.
Perhaps I misunderstood intentions. Oh no.
Oh no, not really. Yours is also a valid interpretation. Music's wonderful like that. Okay, and?
It is my fault. I am too used to singing in Bohemian. It is much easier than trying to understand these English lyrics. I knew he was innocent. Yay!
I believe he is too, Trucy. I truly do.
What's wrong? You got a tummy ache or something?
No, this bracelet. Something's hidden in the testimony. If it's true, I'll find it. Has he told anybody but Trucy about the bracelet? What if it's an O part? What if it's an alien artifact? Just found it in, the Arizona desert.
Oh, what the heck is this?
Oh, pretty trendy. You know what? This guy always brings Mars or aliens into everything. You know that. I'm just saying, its magical properties would have been, people still wouldn't like that. Anyway, magic alien O-pod, shove into eye. Ah! He says he doesn't know English. Were you messing with me this whole time, little man? They're in English? Oh, his eyes are moving. What's going on here? You little snap. No, that's not what they're called. You little scamp. That's it. I was thinking of shrimp scampi. You know what that is? Anyway, not important.
Maki, you can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her the very moment Lamior said the word English. Now why was that? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me.
So he wasn't blind, and he knows English?
Maki, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you? What are you saying? Of course he can't. Why must he continue the charade? Mr. Justice, Maki said this. I know the word English. Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned the name for this language, that is all. Come on, give me a break. Is that such an unusual word to understand? Do you not know Espanol?
Oh, I know Espanol.
Well, yes, but I'm sorry, but he truly does not understand your language. Well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics? Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad?
Oh, don't call me lad. Oh, no. We're not that... Okay, we were pretty differently aged.
It's simple. So simple, it hardly requires an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper. Okay. The newspaper. The Bulgarian Daily Bugle. You can buy it in the country these days, you know.
Was that... Did I read it wrong? Bugle? Oh, yeah, I totally did. Bugle, okay. The things you put on your fingertips and you eat them like... made of corn.
They have already begun to report about this case in our homeland.
When would you have a chance to read that?
I was right. What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes, they are quite fierce all of a sudden. Oh, they...
Wait. How did you see that, Lamior? Excuse me?
Maki's lying. Maybe it's time to show them proof that he's lying.
Well, I don't understand. Article about the case, it doesn't mention the lyrics. It specifically doesn't mention the lyrics. Okay. They're already reporting the case in our homeland. What's the contradiction here? You can buy this in our country these days, you know. When would he have a chance to read this? He just knows the word English? I mean, obviously, to bring up the contradiction about the newspaper is what we have to do here, but I'm stuck on the reason why. Oh, Apollo said it right there, and I glanced over that. My apologies. The paper doesn't report on the lyrics. He's fibbing.
I have here a Borginian newspaper. The Borginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there's a feature about this case. Could you read this for me, Mr. Machi? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics anywhere. What is this all about? I'm sorry, Maki. You couldn't have read the lyrics in a Borginian newspaper. You're fibbing.
I'm not doing that. He said egg pooping 5 times. Y'all see that? It was egg pooping, egg pooping, egg pooping, egg. Whoa. Okay. Let's settle down. No, what the heck? He's still lying at his age. You need to grow out of that, man. God dang, you gotta get your act together. You ain't a young boy anymore. I mean, you're a youngish boy, but you gotta start acting your age.
But I don't see how it's possible. I know. He must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yeah, there was a gag order. Not possible. The subject's lyric was not brought up in police questioning. I read the full report myself. I'm ever so diligent. So the lyrics were in the newspaper, and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in the courtroom. So, he knows English.
The witness will explain him. Oh, God dang it. So hard to keep up with.
Maki says... he says...
Yeah?
It is true I read the newspaper, but this is not where I learned the lyrics. I was mistaken.
Aw, jeez.
Now I remember.
Oh, how convenient.
He says he heard the lyrics from me.
Okay, well then. That's quite a different story. Is that true, Lamy, or did you discuss them with this young boy?
Yes, I'm afraid I've forgotten it myself.
It looks like Herr Forehead's been jumping to conclusions again. Oh, shucks. It seems so. Okay.
No, I was onto something. I know it. I can't let this chance slip away. Press him again.
Time's an issue today, man. Are you finished? We gotta go. Come on.
What are you doing, Apollo? I'm going to keep cross-examining. I better have an angle of attack, or else. My bracelet's still reacting. Okay, Magic Opart, save me.
Oh, God, you guys making these sounds, man. I'm trying to eat my food over here. Come on. When you go, it makes me like, oh, God, am I joking?
I understand. Once more we go.
What else could I explain the lyrics? Oh, it was I who explained the crime fall, the song. Okay. I need to press this just in case. Exactly how much did you explain to Maki? Also, for the record, I don't know if it's Maki or Machi. In my head, the pun is Machiavellian. And I don't know if that should be the pun, because that is not a... He's a morally dubious fella, that guy. Anyway, discussion for another day.
This is a question for me, yes?
The interpreting thing is getting old, and it's really... It's getting old fast, and it's really slow. Worst combination.
I told him that Mr. Leithouse had been killed, and he was a suspect. And I told him the crimes of that day followed my song.
Did you mention any particular words of the song relating to the case, such as heart?
Of course, I explained as such. He was quite surprised. I knew he was innocent. Yay!
It's not the case, Trucy. According to my magic bracelet. Oh, outer space object, save me. A trip to the optometrist. It's I who explains the crime followed the song. He's a cold-faced killer right now. Okay, what? I just had a crazy thought. What if he's keeping the cocoon in this little thing? What even is it? It can't be jewelry. It doesn't connect to anything. I guess just a fancy, like, you know, shirt. You can go all the way over here. Her mouth! Her mouth! Her mouth! No, go, 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 go. Oh my God, I didn't know you could. What was that? Oh, she did it again. Gotcha! It is a grace of God I figured that out. Holy dump.
That took a minute. Mommy or I'm currently cross-examining Maki. Why should you be uncertain? Unless you're covering up again. God, Lamior, please. Me uncertain? Oh, You swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained to him. I see there's little point to try to hide anything from... Wait, so... sorry, there's something in my throat. I see there's little point trying to hide anything from you. Lamior, are you indeed protecting someone? That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself. Then allow me to answer for you. Lamior, you're protecting Maki Tobaye again. I get it, but still, the truth has to come out. That's why you lied and told us you had to explain how the crime followed the song. So he wouldn't draw suspicion. I don't fault you for trying. But this is not the way.
She has like two sprites. It's just she's either praying like Mother Teresa or just
hello. I believe you didn't do it, really. I trust you, Maki. But if you lied to us twice, and now you have Lamior lying on your behalf, if this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Please. Your two lies cover up a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. So just come on, man. Out with it.
Oh, I didn't think he'd talk. I don't know how to do his voice. Let's try that again. Oh! Nah, oh my God. He's a piano player and he can sing. That's a triple threat. Well, hope he doesn't kill again. You understand English, boy, so you've been pulling our chain this whole time.
Yes, a little only.
Nah, he ain't that little. Come on. What? Speak up, man.
First he could see, now he can talk. And you did not know about this, Lamior? No, I did not. It's quite a surprise.
How many secrets you got in there, man? Let me guess, you're bald and that's a toupee. That's the only thing left.
Last. This is last.
Maki, can you tell us what really happened?
No shooting. I did not shooting.
So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those 2 gunshots, right? Oh.
Well, I wouldn't say all that.
You know, the answer to that question isn't simple.
I was in dressing room behind desk. Manager, he on floor.
Which would be after the shooting.
Then there's voice.
Voice?
Or voices. Was it you and Emma, Apollo?
So when Maki went into the dressing room, Mr. Latels was already been shot. Then we came to the door. Oh, that's how he escaped. And he could see, so yeah, that makes sense.
Panel high up, I take off. Run away, run away.
So as you escaped through the air vent. As the prosecution's uphold all along, no less, the defendants admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession? Hey, slow it down, Mr. Krabs. I don't know, he's just, Mr. Glimmer doesn't really work, Neither does Mr. Krabs, in fairness. No, he's clearly denied that he did it. Listen with your ears, sir.
I know shooting. Manager on floor. Already on floor.
Objection! The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of this crime, and this can only mean one thing. He is the shooter. Don't know. Does the defendant got anything to say to that?
He's clammed up, Apollo.
Let's ask Mr. Justice, will you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get out of him? Wait, no, of course there is. There's tons. The cocoon angle. Right, he didn't tell us anything about that cocoon. Dude. If he's a smuggler. Listen, we can just have you in asylum in America. I don't know if that's going to work out. I mean, it seems like you're having a great time working in, no offense. You do great in showbiz, I'm sure. That cocoon has to have something to do with this. Maki, please tell us the truth for your own sake.
No more speak, not to any of you.
So much for your precious trust, fair forehead. Hey, you're the one who didn't believe him. Dummy. Regardless, this brings us to an impasse. What are you gonna do? Thus seem the defense and the defendant are at odds. Doubt we're likely to learn anything more of value should this continue. See no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant, so we might proceed. Okay, so good. All right, I'm out of here. Well, I mean, we can finally speak English. God.
Apollo Eustace?
Oh, that's so adorable. That's justice, but hey, you're ESL, it's fine. I'm not mad about it. Better learn how to say it if you want to get some. Oh, come on, Apollo. What part of ESL don't you mean?
Believe I know shooting.
Monkey claims Mr. Latels was already dead on the floor when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap and he walked into it. Suddenly I hear revolver. Close, very close. Then I hear a voice.
You heard gunshots, Maki?
Yes, it's true. I hear revolver, but only sound.
Oh, wait. What? You're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Latels already dead, then you heard shots? Buddy! What?
If that's true, what does that mean? Then the shots are a cover-up. But no, wasn't he... Did we identify Lighthouse autopsy? Death to a loss of blood from a gunshot wound. We're at this point in the trial where if they're saying specifically it was due to .45 caliber bullets, I don't get that. How many shots were fired from the gun? Do we know that? There's a chance he was killed, then 2 shots were fired to implicate someone else. God, what kind of criminal mastermind are we dealing with? Someone that, I don't know, maybe knows how they think and how to avoid being apprehended? So you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots, and you escaped through the air vent. I know. Wait, what? What do you know, little guy? I know of opening vent. I can leave stage and backstage. So the vents went to the stage and backstage area. Okay. Is that what he means? Yeah, bring this up again. He's right. Look, Apollo. Hey, don't go in my pocket. But yeah, you're right. Okay. How'd you know it was connected like that? Bet his father was the architect that designed the whole or something. Sure as he know. I hear things from magician. Magician. Okay. Don't look at me. I'd never... Magician. Well then. At least we're clear on one thing. Maki didn't shoot Mr. Lighthouse. Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say that he went into the room to find the body and then heard some gunshots from somewhere? That's not gonna go well in court. Paulo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe what he says, even lies. No, I'm not! That's what Daddy always told me. Why would he tell you that? Just pretend you misheard him. Every time. So what do we do? Are you sure you won't testify again, Machi? I'm not talking, no. Well, it was worth a shot. That cocoon. What is the deal with the cocoon? If Maki had one, I don't know. Punishable by death. He's afraid of that. Dog, you don't ever have to go back to Borginia. We can protect you. Isn't that a thing in law? I mean, if you... I don't freaking know. He's scared. He's got no one. Oh, well. Hello. Guess we'll just have to try a different approach. That's the spirit. So what's your plan? If Maki won't testify again about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify. Someone else? I think we're out of time. Let's head back in. Wait, who are we having testify? Excuse me? We can't call in Crescent because of his alibi. What the dump? Court's back. How are y'all? Have a good time? Do anything fun? I went to a water park. The lines weren't long, so, you know, it was real quick. Have you sorted things out with the defendant? Yes, Your Honor. We had a very good talk. Okay, didn't ask. Oh, yeah, I did. Well, sorry about it. A little tense. So, what'd he say? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. Okay, sir. Oh, he's smug about it. I mean, I would be too. Shame. You ever thought this was your big chance to turn the case around? Guess not. Actually, it is. The defense like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. What do you mean? If Maki won't testify, then I know who will. I'd like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lamior. What? Her again? Objection! What? Whoa. He's gonna ask relevance. What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday Lamior's testimony was insubstantial. There's nothing you can... Lamior was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. Oh, right. No, say what? Someone put their hands on this young woman. She was assaulted. Oh my! Don't even. The very idea. I can't even. Someone wanted Lamior dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself. What? Heard no such report, Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lamior? After all, your primary suspects already in police questioning. Can you think of a reason? Well, think of how she is known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English. Yes. Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been? Someone here in the...
Yes, Apollo, you get it. Oh, you don't think? Come on now. It's an inside job.
I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Leitaus. The killer was afraid of her. Afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want to get out.
Ooh, okay, hold on.
So I might understand that it is what you're saying. Namely, there is a nugget of truth in Lamior's testimony. A nugget we've yet to uncover, despite panning for gold for several hours. Yeah.
Lamior was attacked, and this has serious implications. Oh, okay, he's on it. All right, yeah, there's some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire deep enough, as we should have. The court will hear from her one more time. She's a fan favorite, everybody. Whoa. These singers, man, really hogging the spotlight.
Lamior, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak. You need not apologize. I know that Maki is innocent, and I will do all that I can until the court realizes this. Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window, and that voice belonged to Daryon Crescent. Yes? That is correct. At which point I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof. Well,
got nothing to say to that, Justice?
I got plenty to say. The vents. I don't know exactly what yet. I know there's something in there. Son of a gun. Oh, there it is. It seems much you don't know.
And yet it's up to my duty to hear her out. Perhaps the witness should be so kind to testify more to the court.
Oh, I'd love to. I've gotten rather good at it, I think.
Yeah, you're getting, well, hold on. Let's just take it a step at a time.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them. Mr. Leitaus and the detective. I heard the faint sound of gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the window.
Okay, I mean, that sounds all completely plausible. Pretty much the same as yet. Well, it's a fat waste of time.
I'm so sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I have said is the truth. It's my distinctest pleasure to say this. What do you have to say? What you have said to have happened is impossible. Do I have to repeat myself? Oh, whoa, okay, mister. Calm down. Lamior was attacked because of this testimony. But, Trucy, what are you looking at me for? For a moment there, you were pretty cool. Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead, okay?
Okay, Justice, you're doing all right for yourself. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness. Make it all cool, like, I doubt it. I'm not a betting man, but shoot, he probably ain't gonna happen. I was on my way from the stage, the back exit. So I heard Mr. Leitaus and the detective. Do I really gotta press all this again? It's gonna be the same? Heard the faint sound of gunshot and stopped. I heard another gunshot. I want to hear specifically about these shots. There were 2. Yes, I heard 2, one after the other. That's the only way to hear things, I guess, if you think about it. That fits with the bullet holes at the scene, but not with what Maki said.
Nothing really new to pick up. Am I mistaken? Smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone. She didn't mention that last time, if memory serves me right. Why didn't you tell someone immediately? Well,
For me, I would have gone to the police right away. Them boys in blue. Well, you know, they do their job most of the time. It's our duty as citizens to help them out. This may be beside the point, but Lamior isn't a citizen per se. Though one would have such common sense prevails in Borginian too.
Lamior seems awfully quiet all of a sudden. That's strange. Could she be hiding something? Just as you say, at the time. What would she be hiding there? Why didn't she go there? Gunpowder. She smelled gunpowder. How is that possible? Well, this isn't necessarily gunpowder. Is it possible she knew?
Oh, wouldn't that be a crazy twist? Friggin' this angle of destroying this guitar, that was actually her doing. Because she discovered what's in there. Have we discovered what's in there? I don't think so. Let's look. Whee! I always misplaced the zoom in function. Not a lot.
Slightly scorched. Then there's this. It burned clean through. Wow, look at that. Clean burn. It's pretty much a useless piece of junk now. It's kind of like you after the trial, Apollo.
The burnout part or the useless piece of junk part? Okay, not a lot going on with it.
Still, something is weird about it. I can't put my finger on it. I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
Okay.
You were in a hurry to go where? I was on my way to the back stage exits, as I've said. Why were you in such a hurry, then? Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case. Come on! It very well might. Please answer the question.
Is this Patrick? Are you alright, Lamior?
Yes, I'm just so tired.
Recall what I told you yesterday, Hair Forehead? Lamior suffers from serious amnesia. Please refrain from traumatizing her any further.
What? So we can just dismiss questions he thinks are too traumatizing? She grown. Come on.
Why don't you prove her reason for a connection to the case before asking about it, yeah? Prosecution objection is sustained. Oh my god. Current question is moot. Mr. Justice, please continue with your cross-examination. I don't want to say it like that. I don't got a whisker in my mouth. Hold on. Won't come out.
Lamior was attacked because of the testimony.
Oh, I got it. All right.
I know she was. So something has to be hidden here. Why hide it? I don't get it. Maybe there's some detail we're missing?
Guess I'll have to get her to fill in the blanks. Okay. Which one did I not press? That's when I heard him. Mr. Late's house and the detective. Okay. The detective was not brought up, I don't think.
Darion Crescent, right? I do not know his name at the time, but yes, it was him, the one who took the stand yesterday.
How many times do I need to remind you? That's impossible. There's no way you could have heard him.
Because the window at the scene of the crime was closed? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere. She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try.
Oh. Well, ain't that nice?
What were they? Did you hear anything else? What were they talking about? I mean, hear anything else? You think she'd mention that? Let's talk about their conversation. Did you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us.
That's what the dots clav you. You're scaring me.
I have given it much reflection, but
I was afraid of that. She doesn't remember.
I only heard one phrase clear.
Oh my god!
A whole phrase? You remember something that was said? Why didn't you say that earlier? Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said. This could be it. This is our shot. The clue we've been waiting for. What'd he say? It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Latehouse. The shooter. Okay, Crescent.
Well, what'd he say? Come on, I'm on the edge of my seat.
It's over. Press the switch now.
Switch? And the shooter said that to the victim.
I thought it quite strange myself.
It's a mystery. What could it have meant? I guess we'll never know. What do you think, man?
I have a perfect idea. It's very vital. Could you add that to the testimony, please? Okay. Go. From the small window, I heard a voice saying, press the switch. Could you be referring to this by chance? Just curious. Press the switch, and it was found in that room. There's only one key that could unlock the mystery of those words. Oh, yet there was another at the scene. That would be called a switch. Save the lights. True, there wasn't a switch at the scene. It just so happens I have a switch right here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you know, it's got the blue and the red, but that don't look like Joy-Cons. I'm sorry. That's bad. That's real bad. Not doing it for you? All right, okay. I just lost some gamer pun, you know.
The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage.
Okay. Yeah. Wait,
Then Crescent's alibi. No, wait, what? I don't get it. Where the concert was held, this was found hidden there, on the stage.
Okay, I get it, boys. It's on the stage. Now, what's I gotta... Oh, you're claiming that the voice Lamior heard was as someone commanding another to press a switch.
That's a possibility.
So nonchalantly. Like it's not the biggest deal.
Oh, hair forehead. I'd call that an impossibility. Huh? It's hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert for him. The stage is quite far from Lamior's dressing room. Not to mention, the Gaviners were in the middle of a concert on said stage. We were known for being a quiet band. You can shout all you want, not here.
You going that angle?
Gavin,
Am I calling him Gavin this whole time? Hold on. Oh yeah, it's the last name. Okay, I'm just saying. Dog, there was a headset found nearby.
The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout. So too, have Hair Forehead's cries of possibility fallen short of being heard. Sorry, I can explain that too. He didn't need to shout. Excuse me? You heard what I said, or do you need me to shout for you? It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room.
Would you like some evidence? Oh my god, okay. Yeah, we got it.
Using this, it'd be easy to get a message to someone in the dressing room. Give me a second. There we go, 30 feet range. Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this. That's...
Well, I don't get it. I don't really do that technology thing. Is that some kind of newfangled phone they invented?
No, sir. This is a type of transmitter. A communication.
So it is a cellular phone.
No, sir. It's... How do we explain this to him? From what I heard that night, everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Gavin? Yes. Actually, they're from talking between band members. We all had one on. Not just you. You admitted that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage will be simple. Well, true. But wait! Those send out electronical signals. To avoid the interference with the audio systems, their range is quite limited. Lamior said it was about 30 feet. Look at the cross-section on the diagram, buddy. That looks like 30 feet to me. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet. That can't be! No! Ah!
Wow, that was a weird sound, man. Jesus Christ. When Lamior heard the shooter voice, could have been talking to someone on stage.
Yeah. And then, you're claiming this switch in question? Why'd it have to be on the stage at the time? That could have been anywhere. Placed in a pocket or carried, someone could have hid it on the stage after the fact. Hey, he's kind of got a point there. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? Okay. When the shooter said press the switch? I guess we don't. Not currently.
Well, that's unfortunate. We were going to go there for a minute. I'm afraid that until we know for sure about this switch, there's a little point debating it.
Dang it! I was sure this is the way to go. What is this switch anyway? We don't even know that basic fact. Wait a second. I do know what this switch is. And if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up proof that completely changes this case. What's up, Apollo? You good? We know about the switch, right? We know what it's for. Think of it. It was used that day. Think what happened. The fire, right. Then we know... Okay, we know when it was supposed to go off, but not its location. I don't understand.
You got no further information to share concerning that switch there. No. What? Cut me off, man. I don't like when you do that.
I've been remiss in not telling the court this before, but I know what this switch is all about.
Well, it seems that defense has set up linking this switch to the case, so let's see evidence of the link. What evidence you got to explain this? Oh, that's so easy. It's not even funny. Bro, come on. Easy peasy.
Prosecutor Gavin. Remember one of these? Ugh! That's...
Oh, come on, man. You know I don't like being left out of the loop. But I don't do that technology thing. I'm okay off that. It's another one of those newfangled phones.
This is an igniter. What phone looks like this? What?
Ignite? You mean it's a lighter? Oh yeah, I got one of them. Well, that's not really technology, Sonny. It's a machine, but it's not tech.
Well,
yeah, actually.
You weren't saying the switch is a remote. I am. A remote trigger for an igniter. Wait, that could mean... Look, I'll show you.
Oh my God, no, not my courtroom. Oh God, come on, man. You want to turn all these sprinklers on? Get my beard all wet. Justice, you'll cease and desist from burning down the courtroom.
Sorry, that's a bit more fire than I expected, sir.
My whiskers are caught on fire. Okay, that's what we worried about in canon.
Gavin, let me repeat myself. This switch is a remote to ignite trigger. I don't see what the problem is. Doesn't that suggest something to you? You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you? Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame.
I think you, of all people, would remember it. When your guitar caught fire in the middle of the performance. We really got to milk as much as we can out of those cutscenes. They're expensive to make. That part of the stage show, but I thought that was an act.
Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware of such a thing had been planned, and the guitar kept burning. It was pretty valuable. That's right, he got it from Bohemia. He said the sound was amazing before it burned, of course. Now it just kind of smokes. Ouch! The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Hair forehead? Yeah? Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice, heard by Lamior, and the guitar suddenly catching on fire. I am. It's simple when you think about it. Initially, Taos and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed, and the guitar got fire.
That seems to make sense so far. Though something about it has been bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Right, you can't explain Daryan. Seems pretty simple to me. No. Hair forehead, don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong.
I guess I go along with everything he said. I guess I was wrong too. What's this all about, Gavin? So I can just, I'm on the right side of history here.
His simple story simply makes no sense. Think that night my guitar caught fire. That I can agree upon. The cause? may have indeed been this little device. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set. That's right. And of course, Darion. Wait. No, Darion wasn't there. Okay. Hold on, give me a second. Indeed, yet the shooting happened during the third. The two are totally unrelated. Okay, so Darion could have been down there talking to Late House. How do we explain the shots? Unless that speaker... Oh my god, I don't understand.
The whole premise has been bugging me. It's faulty.
His story makes no sense. Are you sure about that?
Dude, I have not figured it out. Justice, what you want about?
Maybe it's not the premise for my explanations of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case.
What premise is this specifically?
I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act.
What? Excuse me? Wait, we've been mistaken this whole time?
Oh, what's this? But Detective Emma Skye heard the shots and found the body. All this happened in the third act. Or is that just our...
Wait. Is that even possible? Was the song being played on the speaker? No way. What? I'm losing my marbles here. Hold on.
And according to the testimony, Maki was in the dressing room at the time.
Okay. Dude, where are we going with this? I don't even know anymore.
Stay with me, Your Honor. This is going to be a bumpy ride. He also told us this in his testimony. Namely, the victim had already been shot. We heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting.
This is insane.
Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. Next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's car... Not my car, no! The guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote-triggered igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad of performance, the second one.
What? I mean, all right. Oh my, but does that go... Man, that goes against the evidence.
What does, Your Honor?
Well, the goddamn second act, the boy's playing piano, and you said he was behind the... I don't get... Dude, this crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song.
Hey, he's right, look.
The bullet's supposed to...
Come after the fire. Oh my god. It was done in this way to throw us off. You're thinking about this the wrong way. Darion knew. Look, why would the shooter craft the events of this day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble just to get caught. With little merit for the person doing it.
I'm sure whoever it was... These psychotic minds operate in crazy ways, Apollo.
And that I agree, but... a reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics. You're saying the order's reversed on purpose?
Oh, yeah, that could happen.
Criminal followed the lyrics strictly. Then yes, the shooting would have been to come after the guitar burst into flame. Yet hair foreheads raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire. Couldn't have put it better myself. So then...
Oh my god, this one's a headache.
We were only meant to think the shooting came after the guitar burst to flame. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was a ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? Yeah, that angle too! That was the final touch to make us think he'd been following the lyrics the whole way.
Okay, so yeah, I get that, but that explains the most unusual situation, I guess.
It does. The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set. but not the second.
So Daryama was just playing the whole time? Oh my god! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Well, you have a rebuttal ready to go. Let's hear it. Oh, it sounds good, I'll give you that. You've given us a whole reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic, for it's flawed from the very beginning.
How so?
Yes, a contradiction here, Forehead. One I pointed out several times, no less. At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Lamior have heard a voice through it?
Voice signals. All concert staff wore one. Is she included in concert staff?
Like, think about it. If it's just, nobody's saying much, take the shot. Like, would she not need one? Is that the angle we're going with here? I know that you'd like to divert our attention from the critical facts. You're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise.
Right. Lamior's testimony is an entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice. What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
It's not good for us, then.
Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene, we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be coincidental. If we can't believe the first thing, how do we make it work for us?
I see a more direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigated, immediately after the crime, that window was closed. Care to tell us how Lamior heard the voice?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Justice, can you explain this to the court?
Justice, you've got one thing to prove, and one thing only. Lamior heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. The second set. She was somewhere else?
Is she lying to cover for the magician?
When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it. Had it been open either. Meaning, it was impossible to hear the voice through that window.
It's good to hear you finally making some sense. For a moment, I was afraid you might be a Borginian too.
Whoa. As I was saying, Lamior could not hear the voice through that window. So there could be only one explanation. She heard the voice from somewhere else entirely.
He's back! Oh, come on, what now? Do you mean to amuse me? So, and here I thought you had good sense. We're back on speaking terms. Now I'm afraid you and your good sense speak two entirely different languages.
Yeah, keep talking.
Shall I interpret for you, Hair Forehead? Lamior clearly stated she heard the voice through the small window. There's only one small window at the scene.
Are you sure about that?
Excuse me?
Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene?
Wait, I'm confused now. There is? Well, let's take a look, shall we? You claim Lamior heard the voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where you got.
Lamior heard the voice. Wait. Another window. Window.
It is that. It's one of these. Great! You stupid son of a gun. Does this look like a small window to you?
The state of modern society can be read from numerous objects and artifacts. In a sense, anything can be a window in our society.
You stupid effing idiot. I didn't ask you to point out things about society. I want a window, god dang it.
Okay, no point in trying.
Okay. I thought maybe she was in the vent or something. You know, like in the diagram.
Is it really not that? What else could be a window here? Window. There's only one other thing that she could have meant. Lamior heard the voice from...
Well, it has to be up in the air. There's only so many things up in the air. Is it this great? I'm gonna lose so many points to these goddamn greats. Dude.
This is where Lamia heard that voice from.
That's no small... It was the other air vent! Oh, come on!
What did she tell us? She said she's a Borghini and unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine. She called this air vent a small window. Right. Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculousness and into ludicrousness. I could never compete with that artist. So Lamia was up in the ventilation system listening to the man's voice? That's the only logical explanation, yeah. Logic. I do not think this word means what you think it means, Hair Forehead, and yet you keep saying it. Okay, what about it isn't logical then, Clavier? It hardly merits saying. Why would Lamia be in the ventilation system? Hiding like a rat. No offense intended to her, of course, or rats. I might have rat fans. The explanation for that's pretty simple, too. Isn't it, Lamia? So she wasn't fibbing to keep the magician's secret. She literally didn't know any better. She didn't know she was even near a window. Dude! You've been listening to our discussion, haven't you? Yes. I admit it's been quite confusing since yesterday. The small window was closed. But why should that mean I could not hear through it? I fear our prosecutor might himself need an interpreter. Ugh! Sick burn! Ah, she got me there, cannot lie. Problem is, hear his words. Lamia, this small window through which you heard the voice. Was it high up on the ceiling of the room? Not low on the wall? Now that you mention it, yes, it was up on the ceiling. Oh, crud, what? Oh, I'm being ludicrous.
I will have order. Oh, no, the screen's black. What happened? Oh, okay, lights came back on. Scared me half to death there. You'll clarify the statement of the court. Are you in fact saying that you were high up in the sky and that you heard from the moment the crowd you were there?
In fact, I was. I'm sorry I never mentioned it. I didn't think it was important. Thought all windows were on the ground. Well, why the heck were you up there?
Believe it's time for another testimony.
I'm not sure. I can't.
Better remind this is a murder trial. Screw that old dark magician. Friggin' who cares about him? Old behind. Well, I'm old. Well. Tell us why you witnessed the crime scene from above the ceiling. Please.
Looks like I'm right on track. Okay. So then.
I mean, we just gotta point that out. That's not hard.
I was above the... Oh, look at it go. I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. I heard there was a small window there before.
That's why she didn't fall down through the ventilation shaft. Oh my god.
I was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I'd found.
Oh my god, that's a hint towards it too. That's an amazing diversion, I gotta say. This whole case is.
To why I was there, I cannot say. I'm bound to secrecy.
Yeah, we getcha. Alright. You're bound to... See, there's a court... Is that perjury? I don't even know. No one's pulled that line.
In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold.
You say you were in the middle of a performance. So, this did happen during the second set after all. That's confirmed.
I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard.
Okay, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail.
That was what the cross-examination is for.
Yeah?
Yeah. Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission.
Okay. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
What are you gonna do, Apollo? I'm gonna find out the truth. I guess. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her, okay? I mean,
it's the trick. I'm not stupid. I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. Small window. Middle of performance, I had no time to report what I found. You literally could not exit because you're in the ventilation shaft. We established this.
As to why I was there, I cannot say.
I have an idea.
You heard the gunshot during the second set during your performance. You're quite sure? Yes. Why would I lie at this time? Well, I mean, you have a habit.
Why don't you tell us that from the beginning?
No one asked.
Well, that's fair. It's really not.
I thought you all knew.
My God. I don't even got an ad lib for that.
I told you Maki was not the killer. I told you this many times.
Well, yeah, I guess you did. But you never told us why.
I'm sorry. I was not able to speak of it.
Unable or unwilling.
She's not talking about it. What do we do?
Just gotta prove it ourselves. As long as she's bound by the pact of silence, she won't talk. We can prove why she was up there. She'll have to admit it. So the tape. Okay.
She was singing on stage, Apollo. What do you mean she was in the staff? She could have been up in the ceiling, too.
Yes, she could. Okay, this is the only thing I can explain. If the goddamn stage doesn't connect, because it looks like we don't have a diagram right now, but you know what? I'll just try and illustrate my point, okay? So, dang it, I don't have a cursor here. Whatever, use your brain and visualize this. On the left-hand side of the stage is actually propelled upward. That I do not get, because you can't... Wait. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you think... No. That's the only way this makes sense. Does she have a twin? Oh my God. Are they gonna pull that? Are they gonna pull every cliche out of this case? No way. I got a theory as to why. Maybe I got evidence to prove it. Okay, that pretty much says, yo. Ah, God dang it, press the wrong button! Ah! Anywho, I cannot say why you were down there. Does it have something to do with this? Okay. Lucky guess.
Lamior, truth be told, the reason for your presence above that ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened?
It's all right here, on video.
How many copies of this did you...
Whoa, did you see his guitar there? It's already going. Holy dump. But hear me out, right? How does she disappear at this point in time? Unless she's stored in the stage. But no, it's floating in the air. Doesn't make sense. But if there were two of them, you could totally have one still under the... That's just simple stage magic. That's really all it was. Took us long enough to figure it out, but God. Anyway, yeah. Oh God, if that fire kept going, the other Lamia would be hurt.
As we can see, Lamia was clearly not on stage for her entire performance. Though it saddens me to be so realistic, Lamia was incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation. So the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. And during that time, she moved to the back of the forum.
Apollo?
Ebba, what's going on, Trucy? It's not nice to reveal a magician's secrets. It's against the rules. I didn't sign up for those rules. I'm a lawyer, and I'm not supposed to be nice.
Oh, and then protagonist, that's mean? No!
This is very fascinating. But how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappeared and reappeared. She couldn't have moved that fast. Yeah, the whole foyer? No way. Oh, is something wrong, Gavin? You look constipated, son. I got some prune juice back at my place. Maybe we could share some. Okay. Don't like that mental image.
This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed.
Oh, really?
He's just realized his own oversight. Let's look at the cross-section diagram. Here we can trace a route through the ceiling. It goes through the stage and through the backstage, the rear of the But no, Apollo, she wouldn't be fast enough. I mean, look at the lateral on the second stage to the right. There's no way.
Well...
Recall Lamior's testimony from yesterday? I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. Backstage exit. My God, for a lady that cannot see, this is a really, really tricky trick.
She went from the stage to the backstage exit. And perfect description of the route from the ceiling.
Lamior knew of this because of her part in the illusion. She wasn't the only one who knew. What? Just now in the lobby, Maki told me something. What was it again?
I know of opening vent. I can be stage and backstage.
Oh! Wait, he said that?
Not under oath, but, good enough for court.
Were you not informed, Gavin? I knew about the Vanishing Act, of course, yet I had no idea the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me? Magicians only reveal details or act on a need-to-know basis, I guess. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know.
Bread and butter.
Sorry. Which is why he bound Lamior to secrecy. Well, Lamior? I'm on the case, right?
I'm impressed, Mr. Attorney. Maki was right about you.
Oh, what'd he say? What does that mean? Are you saying use the route above the ceiling?
Yes, I did.
Well, on hindsight, that's not too surprising, but I'm a little confused.
Why's that, Your Honor?
Well, as I said before, oh my God, we're showing this cutscene again. There was very little time between when she disappeared and reappeared. 20 seconds, tops. How could she do it so fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice. I mean, that's gonna hurt your arrival time.
Good question.
Can the witness explain?
I cannot.
Well, crud. It's up to you, I guess, Apollo. Great. You need to explain how Lamia was able to teleport like she did. I'm throwing your case in with the bathwater.
What? Why do I get it picked on? It's like Lamior isn't going along with the program here.
As I have stated before, I'm not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night.
So it's up to me to figure it out. Oh, okay, I think I can do that. Well, let's hear your testimony. Justice, gonna wring the truth out of her.
If you would, please.
What? I feel like a student before finals. Good luck, Apollo. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got it. Someone either...
Oh. Yeah, that's also a possibility. Okay, we'll let her talk.
I followed the route exactly as instructed. There's an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one could enter the forum on the opposite side of the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. Okay, really no... I know what I need to say, but... I think the first... Lamior on video. Or potentially the second. No, it has to be the second. The first Lamior might not be the right one. You know what I mean?
2 minutes. Wow, the mystery deepens.
I suppose there's too much to hope the judge would come up with something.
As does my curiosity. Take it away, Justice. Figure this sucker out for me. I don't want to do none of that critical thinking.
All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lamior is saying and what we can see on the video. I figured it out already. I'm a magician.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
No dice. No chance. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on.
Then I'll do it. They're going to get revealed anyway.
You're supposed to be on my side here, Trucy?
Yeah, I'm not the best, most reliable psychic ever.
Okay.
No magic bracelet. All right.
The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. Well, you know what the voice is. You can enter the forum on the opposite side. All right. So when you came back out, you were behind the audience?
Yes.
That is how it worked.
Not a bad show, if I do say so myself.
That's Uncle Valet for you. The old Grammary touch.
But on video, you were only gone for 20 seconds. How is that possible?
That's the part I'm getting. Yes, it'd be hard to get so far in only 20 seconds.
It's gotta be him, right? Problem is, you can't use people. You can only use evidence. So how do I explain that I'm suspicious of Mr. Grammary? Has to be a situation where they expand on something. Okay, 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Yes, it can be done in 2 minutes if you're running.
But you weren't in that cramped area? Come on.
Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit makes no difference to me.
Oh, well, that's true. But, I mean, come on, you're crouching. So you're saying that on the night in concert, you have made the trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
Mamior disappeared on video for 20 seconds. She says she made the trip in 2 minutes. How?
You want my professional onion? Ooh, look at it. Ooh, it's smelly. I bet the answer's right there in the video.
Well, Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us. Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony. I don't have any... Do we possess anything from Mr. Grammary? We do not. That is a problem. I could just lie and say YOLO, and that's what I'm gonna do! There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy. Dang it, it's not a person. It has to be that, right? Not the cocoon. She did not become a cocoon. Maybe? Can I just say... Can I point to this and say that there is a false bottom on the left-hand stage? Because that's what I want to say. And so I'll say it. So this... Oh, this is the magic key to unlocking the illusion? Huh? Well, tell me how it works, big guy, since you're so smart. I can't bear the suspense. I was kind of hoping someone else would jump in and be like, aha.
Well, you see...
Hair Judge, I do hate to spoil the mood. I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. And neither does he.
I'm a little confused too what you mean, Paulo.
Okay. Which I conclude that I was wrong.
Better luck next time, Pollywog.
Denied. Go to hell when you die.
Great. Was that a tear I just saw in the judge's eye?
I don't like sentencing people to hell, but it's what I do.
Okay, let's rethink the plan.
The key's in the video somewhere, I'm sure of it. The key in the video.
What do you say we watch it one more time? Oh, you can actually do that?
Huh. This is mildly amusing. It's not there! She doesn't have the brooch anymore! We thought she oh my god, it fell through the grate! Oh my god, it's over. I was right on the money. It's a body double situation, and she had a wardrobe malfunction!
Mommy, or do you happen to remember this?
Yeah, we saw that. I mean, you always bring up old stuff.
I was found at the scene of the crime.
Well, that's usually what we do with evidence. And you're bringing this up now? Why? I thought we'd already determined that it was dropped.
So did I, but we hadn't.
Take another look at the video. Oh my god, we're doing this again? I mean, I don't know. Something with this lighting, I just don't like it. Here you can see she's wearing the brooch.
So she is.
And a little later...
Well, come on, get her hair out of the way, you know. I'm not looking at her chest for the record. That's just where the brooch is located. Oh my god, it's not located. It's gone!
What?
Yep. The brooch disappeared in the short space of 20 seconds. And it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. Lamior we see before the vanishing act and the Lamior we see after are two different people.
But, you mean...
The brooch was found on the floor at the crime scene. Not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Lamior, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage at the very moment you witnessed the crime?
Yes, I think I did.
Well, there you have it.
I'll be honest, though. You know, if he really is the legendary Grimoire or whatever, it's one trick. One trick out of your, I'm sure, bag of many. To save a young boy's future, I think that would be a worthy sacrifice. I don't know. Maybe give him some good press. Now, what do you say, Gavin?
From your expression, I gather you have no idea this was the case here, Judge. I, of course, knew about the whole thing.
But you did?
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So I was right all along. There was a switch. Oh, you got it. Just before the stage towers rose, Lamior was replaced.
We're on the subject. Just who was Lamior's replacement?
Why, the man of illusion. Yeah. Valiant Grimoire. It was Valiant?
That's, quite the illusion.
Did he shave his mustache? I gotta know. I still don't get one thing. Yes? The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage?
Yes, that's right.
This fake Lamior is still singing. And she's pretty good.
Dummy, they had microphones. Ugh.
Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. They're just playing a recording.
Oh, I don't think they'd be okay with that.
The Gaviners are in some kind of air guitar band, Freyloin.
Oh, you mean it's when you say live music, it's really live?
Yeah. No recordings here. Perhaps you can explain, Lamior.
Very well.
Okay, do tell and add that to your testimony.
I had to keep singing even while moving. What's there left to even prove here? You were singing.
Yes, Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings, so I used this.
You were singing the whole time? Even when you're crawling through the... Why is that so hard to believe, Apollo? I guess her diaphragm would be slightly, scrunched, but...
Why should it matter where I sing? Whenever I go is the same darkness.
Well, if I gotta get into the logistics of it. You were singing while you're walking.
That's right, one of the shooter and the victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads.
And that's why Yeah. Oh, man. Wait, no, what does this even prove?
Darion already knew he had to take care of Lamior.
Are you so sure? What? It'd be pretty hard of hearing him as someone singing in the ceiling. Once again, we come to the state of the scene of the crime. Oh, right. The monitor playing the song.
I know what he means, Apollo, that old speaker.
Yeah, that would mask it. Okay. Then, what's the issue? Are you satisfied? That dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing the direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually. Lamior's singing in the ceiling sounded just like her singing over the speaker.
Ingenious, her voice was hidden by her voice, and there was somehow no microphone feedback.
Lamior?
I've just remembered something.
We keep saying this.
When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes. I startled me, so I stopped singing.
Huh?
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
The song stopped, you mean?
Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so that not many would notice.
Forehead. That mixing board I lent you, where is it?
Oh, I've been keeping it with me this entire time in my back pocket.
The machine, Apollo, they're really expensive. The one that breaks music into tracks.
Oh, yeah, that. Just give me a second, I'll fetch it out.
Let's take a listen.
This is the part. Pleasure, ... But a fleeting melody. Wait, are we gonna find the gunshot in this mixing board?
That song does stop there.
It does, but I must have missed it.
Look at the lyric sheet. At the top of the second verse, pleasure, pleasure. Now listen again. Yeah, she doesn't say it the second time.
She went off script. You can't do that. Well, the evidence is there, I guess. I believe we're all guilty of making a terrible mistake. I mean, what kind of nerd actually reads the lyrics to the goddamn song? Shoot. More of an instrument guy myself.
The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second. We have proof of that.
Well, that's true. Then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter.
Which means that Daryon Crescent could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set.
What are you smiling about?
Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
Fascinating. I don't believe I ever seen a trial turn around quite so thoroughly. Yet one problem remains. What's that?
Herr Forehead's theory does have a certain kind of logic to it.
Yet it's entirely based upon Lamior's testimony.
Dude, just let me get the mixing board and I'll find the gunshot.
It's quite simple. Though it pains me to say it. What if she's lying to protect the defendant?
Bull crap. You have no proof.
I'm saying is that the truth is yet unclear until we directly hear from the man himself. You don't mean? Though he is a friend and band member, Daryon Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way. Someone with a new perspective on the case, as a suspect, to be frank.
Okay, Gavin's on our side. Let's wrap this up.
I mean, he can't keep running.
The rat's coming out of his hole, finally. Now I'm ready to catch him. Daryon Crescent, get ready for justice.
This is as good a time as any. I got piss. All right. Prosecution will summon a witness. Have him here and get ready for the time to begin. That was just like, the judge literally just like took over my personality. I was so candid. I can't help but laugh. I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are. Very well. Court's adjourned. 15 minutes. Now, where's the bathroom? Oh, God. Oh, no, my zipper stuck. Oh, God. No.